Alright, and welcome to FRACKiT. This week's topic is sci-fi. I'm your host, Jaywolfzero, with...
Laptopgeek.
For 20.
Okay. Let's just first go around the table and ask your favourite sci-fis. Let's start with, well, whatever you want. TV, film, animation. You want to start? You want to start? Go for it.
Go, Jenny.
My favourite is Doctor Who. I've always been a Doctor Who fan since I was 13. Speaking of Doctor Who, I got a scarf of it. Not exactly the scarf of it. I also got Doctor Who stuff, such as the 11 Doctors collectibles, which my friend 20 got me after I got him a Star Wars sign-up autograph.
Do you want to tell Jay and the rest of the world what it says on that autograph of the Star Wars?
Star Wars, well, those are not the droids you're looking for.
Signed Trooper.
You didn't come on that to convention day because you couldn't make it, but I made it.
Alright, so you've mentioned you like Doctor Who. What do you like about it? Go in a bit more detail.
It's very... I happen to like the actor David Tennant, and I also like it because it's a decent show and the plot is eye-catching. It's not one of those crappy shows you hear anymore.
It is quite consistent. Like most shows, they'll usually dip around series 4 or 5, but that's one of the most consistent, especially sci-fi shows you can get. I mean, what's had a run like Doctor Who?
Primeval.
Not really. I mean, Doctor Who, even if you count the break, Doctor Who's been going for, 40 years now? Is it the 50th anniversary this year?
It's going to be the 50th anniversary.
Yeah. What's been running that long? Obviously, it had the 7-8 year gap.
Well, it did have a big gap in the 90s.
Yeah, but you still had the film coming out, there was still material, there's still books. What was his name?
Paul McGann was the Doctor.
Yeah, Paul McGann was the Doctor, and Mark Gatiss was doing a lot of books in the 90s about Doctor Who. So it never really stopped, did it?
Never. And it never even stopped when it was year breaks, when David Tennant was too busy playing Hamlet.
Or in a one-off Harry Potter appearance.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, alright.
He's done other things.
Yeah. I still can never get used to him when he talks in his natural Scottish accent.
Yeah.
I miss David. I find Matt Smith rather too manic.
Well, you had the tent thing, which was quite manic, where, you know, it was all over the place and then he'd centre on, but I think Matt Smith took that and he's just kind of gone wild with it. I don't mind Matt Smith though, it's okay.
Your favourite Doctor's Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, well, we'll go on to me anyway. Christopher Eccleston, it got me into Doctor Who really, because Christopher Eccleston's an awesome actor and it wasn't what you were expecting. You know, I'd seen the Tom Baker stuff, I'd seen all that.
And you two were Salfordians from Salford.
Yeah, he's from Salford. And the college I went to had the Christopher Eccleston theatre inside of it. But yeah.
Wow, tribute to Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah.
My school used to have the Barry Gibb recording. Guess who was named after? Barry. Not Barry Gibb, it was Robert.
Oh god.
Robert Gibb. The Bee Gees were my school's favourite, creative favourite.
I like that everyone was at the Eccleston Theatre, which he opened the year before I went there. That was a good one there. Alright. Any others? Covered Doctor Who?
I like Futurama. I like it more than The Simpsons.
Futurama is possibly the best animated comedy by a long shot. It beats
like I said, better than The Simpsons.
You don't say much better than The Simpsons, especially now.
Yeah.
You have a couple of gems in each series and that is it. But with Futurama you have
a couple is stretching a bit.
Handful in 5 series. There's a couple I enjoy, but the future episodes are usually the best. Usually, because they do something different for once. But with Futurama, it's different from The Simpsons because you don't have the sliding timescale where everything reverts back to normal every episode you watch. You have the characters evolve, develop, everything that happens in the other episodes counts. So that helps out a hell of a lot in developing storylines and actually doing things differently.
Yeah.
I still consider this series, what we're on, series 6 or 7 now?
think it is.
The latest series they've just done was the best one they've ever done because they've got less restraints. Because when they were with Fox and aired with The Simpsons, they had a bit too many restraints down there on Comedy Central in America. It's awesome because there are two whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, absolutely. Unlike Simpsons, who were under Rupert Murdoch's command.
Yeah.
They're part of the problem now.
Yeah, poor Simpsons. So it's run its course, and I don't think there's any escape for it, really. I mean, there was titterings last year about them jumping ahead. It's like, going ahead 5 years or so.
And the episodes are getting a bit cliched one to another. Too many celebrity guests.
It's that, and there's a lot of rehashes. I mean, the latest series, there's episodes like, did you see the one where Marge was taking on based with the UFC? The cage fight. That is just the same as it was her challenging the moral ethics of it, and it's the exact same episode from series 3 when she took on Extreme Scratcher and had it cancelled.
And it's a bit like Lisa got depressed in one of the series, and Lisa, she met bleeding gums, and Lisa got psychiatric problems in another episode, and Lisa got depressed when she went to see when Lady Gaga came.
Oh yeah, that was a terrible episode.
Bart Simpson's always dating girlfriends on and off.
Yeah, there's no consistency to it.
And Homer has diet episodes.
No consistency to it at all. But then again, getting a bit off track. Any more sci-fi you like, Jen?
Not as I know of. I did like Electric Dreams, which was an 80s film about a man who buys a computer, it comes to life, and the lady who lives in the same flat, the computer has a crush on her, and so does the man. Yeah. And at the end, something happens to the computer which I can't tell you about.
Well, I haven't seen the film. Have you,
I haven't, but when Jenny told me the story, I was like, that is an exact rip-off of an old Twilight Zone episode where the computer falls in love with
a lot of films, there's quite a few films that have been based on Twilight Zone episodes.
Exactly, yeah, at one time I saw like 3 episodes of Twilight Zone in a row that were all Jim Carrey film rip-offs. There was Liar, which is a Twilight Zone rip-off. I think Truman Show, and then something else. So
Electric Dreams was in the 80s.
Twilight Zone was in early 60s.
Sorry, 80s, wasn't it? It was run for quite a long time, the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. It was black and white in 50s, 60s, and then they redid it in the 80s.
And William Shatner had his...
William Shatner.
Yeah, he blew through on that.
He was in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Was it Terror at 50,000 feet?
No, it's a Nightmare at 20,000 feet.
He was also in Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. Alright, any Star Trek fans?
Not really, but my parents have been watching Star Trek.
Which series?
I don't know, but they've been watching a mixture of it. It's one of these nights of either watching QI or Star Trek. But I have recently joined with George Takei Facebook page.
Oh my god. Alright then, any you a Star Trek fan?
Not really, but I tried to get into the original series, I just can't do it.
I couldn't get into the original for William Shatner, I just couldn't get past that. And I tried getting into the Next Generation simply for Patrick Stewart. He's a cracking actor, but I just can't get into it.
No, I just find it really kind of trying. It's like the show that I watched, this science fiction show. It's a bit like, have you seen The Prisoner? It's this guy basically stuck on an island, and they all call themselves by numbers.
Oh yeah, there was an Ian McKellen.
Oh yeah, there's a remake, on ITV.
I didn't see it all.
But yeah, it's basically that's just every episode. It's got great ideas and stuff, but like it's so long.
It never gets resolved in a good way either. You never see like Patrick Stewart going up and headbutting a Klingon. It's always diplomacy or something.
Yeah, it's very talky. That's what it is. It's like I have to rely on like narrative in the 60s and stuff.
Alright, then Rianne.
Well, I'm probably more familiar with sci-fi through films and stuff. So I'm gonna pick a couple of my favourite films. An silent film called Metropolis, which was done in the 1920s, which is one of my all-time favourite films, and another film called Blade Runner by Ridley Scott.
Scott, my favourite director.
Same director of Alien and the new new disappointment of the universe, Prometheus, which I really hates.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
It's, a lot of people moaned about that it was too intellectual, not a lot of questions were answered. We gave you the pieces, just put them together, we're not bleeding thick.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful imagery.
It's amazing, yeah, the image.
The opening, just the waterfall, is like nothing CGI about that, it's just natural. That's why I like the new Batman films, there's no... Well, at least you can't tell, so that's the point.
That's one thing I really like about it, especially in the old days of Alien. Alien is my favourite film of all time. Is that it's all practical, there's no special effects, it's all practical effects.
It's all done within this kind of claustrophobic environment, and like the alien kind of shifted way more. Yeah.
It wasn't paper mache.
It wasn't paper mache, no.
One of those head skulls for quite a bit nowadays. I heard that there was one, I'm actually getting my mum for a birthday if I ever won the fucking lottery. It's 10 grand for a 1.1 scale replica of the Alien.
Oh wow.
I don't know, I feel love that.
She comes on and finds the alien in the back room.
Yeah. Alright, so Blade Runner, classic sci-fi film, obviously.
Blade Runner,
based off the, what's the book called? Toaster's Dream of Electricity, is it?
Do Toasters. No, it's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
That's it. Where did I get Toaster from? Oh, anyways, yeah. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
Yeah, it was... Yeah, just like the kind of convergence of reality and morality in like a fantastical way. I don't like science fiction that become too kind of image heavy.
Yeah.
A bit like the new Star Wars kind of, they've kind of taken the old films, but now they rely too much on CGI and special.
Although I'll give one thing to it, because my favourite film in the Star Wars trilogy is the third one, Revenge. And one of my favourite bits about that is the fight scene between Ewan McGregor and...
Oh.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
They did it themselves.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love about it.
They did
all the sword fighting and all that battle. That's why I love it. That's battle scene that they can do that was awesome.
If only they could have done that with their acting skills.
Ewan McGregor's fine. Don't diss on Ewan McGregor. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
But
the other guy.
Definitely. He picked up a bit in the third one. He reminds me of Harry Potter syndrome or Mark Hamill syndrome. There's crap in the first couple of films, and the last one they kind of pick up. It's like Return of the Jedi, I fucking hate, but the bits from Mark Hamill are brilliant because he finally found his stride as that character.
Yeah. I don't know. I suppose maybe. I guess Ewan McGregor was alright in the last one. But Hayden Christensen will burn in hell for the rest of the
No.
He will.
You can't excuse that. I mean, I can defend that trilogy as much as I want, but you cannot defend that screen. Well, yeah, they are what they are. Alright, then there's another question. What about the new ones they're doing? 7, 8 and 9?
With Disney.
Star Wars. With Disney, who have done amazing things for Marvel.
They have. That's only because they haven't like gotten too kind of in there like
I think they're going to do. Hopefully they'll do exactly the same thing where it's just like we're going to let you run with it. So they bought Marvel for $4 billion. They've already got 2 of that back.
I just hope it's not Mickey Mouse with a lightsaber fighting Donald Duck.
That's the thing. Everyone associates the name Disney. Oh, it's Mickey Mouse. And at the end of the day, it's an entertainment company. If they think they're going to make money out of it, they buy it. You'd never thought Marvel.
Was good.
Yeah, Wally wasn't that bad. Scotty Weaver was in it. Worth a watch.
Yeah, they do good emotional scripts. Disney, Wally, Up was the only film in recent years that.
Yeah, you got to remember when they purchased Pixar. That was insane.
And Brave was very good. It's the first time we did a female character.
Yeah, didn't get too.
No, I didn't get too info. What Disney first time they did a female character?
Pixar.
Pixar, yeah. Oh, it's owned by fucking Disney now, isn't it?
Disney's first film with a female character would be Snow White.
Yep, back in the 1930s. I don't remember if I've got my dates right.
Yep.
Well, he also did Tron.
Yeah, Tron's not a great one, I don't think.
Yeah.
I only wanted to see Tron Legacy because the soundtrack was Daft Punk. That's the only reason I wanted to see it. Alright then. Well, what do you think of the new ones then? Do you think 7, 8 and 9? Bit of Mark Hamill?
To be honest, what can they really do after number 6? Reintroduce some of the characters in the older states.
There's, like I said, there's a whole expanded universe with all the war and all that, with countless stories about Luke's children, Luke when he's older, but they've said that they're not doing that, so I can't really see where they're going to go with it.
Yeah. Well, the books, they're kind of followed up from Return of the Jedi, but they're written by people who... I don't kind of treat them as like the official storyline, so...
No. Well, I'm saying there's still all that material there that could easily be mined for ideas, and they're saying, no, we're not doing any of that, we're doing our own. It's like, what? But then again, Zack Snyder's just come out and he's doing kind of a Seven Samurai interpretation of Star Wars set after Return of the Jedi.
Alright.
With Disney, it's an official project.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can't really follow up something like this. The original Star Wars trilogy. It's just so kind of classic storytelling. Beginning, just give it an end. That's all I ask for. Just leave it. Let it be.
Exactly, guys. If you're going to gaming right now, I've recently just finished Mass Effect 3. Have you ever played the Mass Effect games?
No, sorry.
No.
The whole point of them is fans were so pissed off at the end of Mass Effect 3 that the creators actually changed the ending.
Right.
Yeah, you can't change someone's fucking pissed off. You make a film and you go, oh, that shit changing.
Wow.
Fucking off. But then again, part of me does want it to change because the ending isn't great. Now as a fan, but from their point of view, I'm like, fuck off, I'm changing out. No way.
No, the whole point of living the story, being part of it, is to see.
That's what I've always said about the Mass Effect
Well,
series.
this is really controversial.
Not really. Controversy creates cash. One line.
Well, I know the people already bought the game, so it's like...
Yeah. Piss off, we don't care, but they're doing a new DLC called Rebirth, and I'm guessing that's going to change the ending. Because part of me wants to see, there's kind of limited resolution to it, there's the end and that's it. And a lot of people, they've been with it for 3 games, and these are huge games, and it's built this huge arc, and then the ending's just like that. So part of me wants to see a bigger ending, part of me doesn't. But yeah, the Mass Effect ones are a good sci-fi series anyway, for gaming. And there's very few of them. Alright, for me, Alien, favourite film ever. That's it. It's the only film I've ever seen where there's nothing wrong with it. I can't pick any of it apart. It's beautiful. There's one scene that you can say doesn't work, and that's when the alien, after he bursts out the chest, runs across the table. That's the only shot in the film that doesn't hold up anymore.
Yeah, because it's like motorised. It's like obviously a conveyor belt.
Yeah, it isn't a conveyor belt. It's a puppet, and a dude's on a skateboard, and and it's got I can't remember what the hell it was. It was some tube in it, and it's just blow air through, and it's flips. That's the only shot that doesn't hold up, but the rest of the film's beautiful. Sci-fi TV series would probably be Battlestar Galactica, the reinvention.
Yeah, I've not seen too much of that. You're going to have to explain, Jay.
Yeah, oh right, you haven't seen it?
No.
Well, I'm guessing you're familiar with Battlestar Galactica.
I've seen them, like the adverts.
I'm talking about the original series.
No.
Well, it was, I'm not sure what year it was. It could have been even 70s. It was in the Star Wars craze. You know, when Star Wars hit, everyone wanted sci-fi.
Yeah.
So they did Battlestar Galactica, and it was quite a silly series with basically men in cardboard suits. And they modernised it a few years ago with
There's a blonde chick.
Edward James Almost.
Alright.
He plays like the lead, and the humanity is just desolate. It's been destroyed by these androids, and it's the story of the survivors. They're on the searching for Earth, and that's basically the story, with these creatures called the Cylons, the androids trying to kill them. And it's, for an ongoing TV series, it's got the best special effects of most anything. And the casting is brilliant, because it's casting from everywhere. You got Jamie Bamber, who plays Adam's son, who James almost plays. You've got obviously the blonde chick, as everyone knows. I can't remember her name now.
Just call her the blonde chick.
Yeah, the blonde chick. Yeah, and you've also got some really cracking little character actors like Katie Sackhoff. If anyone knows who she is, she played. There's a little one in Futurama. She played the Omicronian a fangirl in one of the episodes.
Oh, right, that must be a new one.
Yeah, it's one of the new ones. She played that, and she was in White Noise 2, if you saw that one. Well, she's a cracking little actress. Yeah, they're my two favourites. Alright, next. Any other things you two want to bring up?
Oh, let's do characters. Let's do individual characters. Best science fiction villain of ever. I think I already got mine.
Yeah.
It's not Darth Vader.
Ooh. No, best sci-fi villain.
Yeah.
The Daleks. Exterminate! You will be exterminated!
Elaborate.
It's a shame we don't have a
The
camera
Daleks
there
were like...
because Jenny was pretending her fist was the Dalek eye.
The Daleks look like those pepper pots.
They're like a dustbin that's been lightly sanded down with a pipe hole sticking out of it. But why do you put the Daleks?
I just like the way we go, exterminate! And I like the look of it.
Yeah. Also, they don't have a facial expression. They don't have.
I can't reason with it.
Yeah.
I like robotic characters.
Rhian, who's your favourite?
Yeah, mine doesn't really have a catchphrase. Unless I could sing that little ditty at the end of HAL 3000 out.
Oh god, yeah.
Out of Space Odyssey. Yeah. So yeah, it's just the it's been parodied so many times people probably don't even know where it's from. It's basically this kind of machine running this spaceship in
I know what it looks like.
It's like a red circle.
It's a square thing and it has a red light on it.
Yeah. And yeah, it speaks in a very kind of monotone voice, and it ends up kind of controlling the ship at the end and kind of starts killing off some of the crew members, and it's kind of like the psychology that this kind of machine can become like a psychopath. Yeah. It's just yeah.
This is a pretty interesting choice. Alright, mine would be, it's not a person, it's a race, and it's Mass Effect. It's the Reapers. And the Reapers are this sentient life androids. And what they do is every 50,000 years they destroy any high-class civilization in the universe. So the people like us can rise up and gain a space. And every 50,000 years they do that now. The reason they're one of the best sci-fi enemies is because there's no reason. You are going to die. Your entire race is going to be wiped out. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, it's a bit like the Daleks.
Very similar, but Daleks never succeed. Beats have succeeded. But yeah, they're also, it's strange because in Mass Effect 3, in Mass Effect 1, 2, and then up to 3, you never see them. You're always, they're being controlled by the Reapers. You never see what they actually are until the final game. It's a beautiful build-up, and then you're fighting the Reapers.
I don't like playing it then.
It's a cracking game.
I think we should wrap it up.
Okay, you want to wrap it up?
Right.
It's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me? Is it already up?
Goodbye from me, Alonzi.